Happy payout day. Today I get to take out another $40,000, bringing it to $80,000 this month. And today was a significantly better trading session than yesterday. I needed it. Just a nice classic perfect trade that I want to see every time, and was able to execute off of it and, you know, snag my base hit. Trading my 20 50k Apex accounts. You can use code TBM if you want to get started for 80% off right now. And the withdrawal video, which I do every single time, will be dropping on the main channel, Trades by Matt, next week. So make sure you go give that a watch and go subscribe over there, as well as you can watch the live streams live over at the main channel, Trades by Matt. So let's go and dive into the recap. Sit back and enjoy. Yo, good morning. Welcome. Happy Thursday. All right, let's go and quickly start with news, which is we had jobless claims come out. It didn't really look like it did much. One of these is the jobless candle, and it's 20 points, 30 points, somewhere in here. 730. Maybe this one. This one. Yeah, it was like 30 points. It's pretty incredibly mellow. We got home sales at 9 o'clock. Got some Fed talkers at 8:15. I guess that's happening right now. Nat gas 9:30. Bostic speaking at 10. 10:30 and 12. We got bills and bonds. Yeah. Nothing terribly crazy. 10:30 and noon will be good movement. Later in the day, 9 o'clock will maybe give us something. Beforehand, jobless claims gave us nothing. The daily chart looks like this. Wow, we had like a little daily wick test almost. Very close. On the overnight session. Missed it by like 15 points. For kind of a nice little wick test looking thing. Yesterday, pretty crazy movement, to be honest. I ended up trading after the stream. I was bad. Yesterday was emotionally draining for me. I went to bed at like 8:30. I was just zonked yesterday after the stream, and then like trading after the stream and getting back up, and I ended up like grinding out to break even till like 11. It took till like 11 to do that, and then went for a run, ate some food, came back at 1. Felt like I was seeing the market. Like I said it in Discord, I was like, I wish I wouldn't have traded any of the morning. I wish I would have just traded the 1 o'clock, because I felt like a ninja. But everything prior to that point, I felt like an idiot. So trading in a nutshell sometimes is just a big ups and big downs, as we all know. But yesterday was a emotional grind for me. I'll talk about it more in the video that I'll film tonight. Today's day 40 for my funded accounts. So that means a brand new withdrawal will be happening tonight, which means a new withdrawal video. Another 40,000 coming out, which is exciting. But I'll talk about a lot of these things that I'm feeling right now in the video tonight, because I think this was the hardest pin day period for me. And I'll cover that later. But that's what I got for it. I feel great right now. And I feel emotionally in charge. I also feel very patient right now. So those are all good things, but yesterday was a drain, an absolute drain. So it is what it is. Daily looks heavy, especially after like the little wick test situation. If we come back up here and pop overnight highs, I think it is going to rip face, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case right now. We got markets opening right now. Good luck, be smart, be patient. We'll talk about the levels in just a second once I click the button. Ding, ding, ding. I got distracted talking about my feelings. Overall, daily, I think, is heavy. Cracking yesterday's value area low and running overnight lows, I think, is heavy. Pushing above VWAP and overnight highs, I think, is pretty boosty. So I think the overnight levels are very strong right now. Important. Leave it at that. We also got yesterday's close here right at the overnight lows. So if we can get through that and yesterday's value area low, I think it slaps pretty hard. And any sort of bid above 770, I think it's pretty pumpy, but we'll see. Nice dump off the overnight lows and into yesterday's value area low, coming up into the 620s next. This is, to me, it just feels very heavy. I can't imagine us really not being heavy yet, unless it's just like a nasty V bottom that just screws everybody. But as of right now, everything looks pretty good and heavy. As always, I like to wait the first 15 minutes. Got volume in here at yesterday's value area low as well. Okay. Dad joke for the day. April 18th, Thursday. What did the janitor say when he jumped out of the closet? Supplies. I don't hate it. It's significantly better than yesterday's. All right, we are 8 minutes into the session, and we've had decent movement. We're at over 100 points already. 110 points, top to bottom so far. Everything looks real nice and heavy, to be honest. The perfect or the almost perfect wick test into the continued slap, breaking the prior lows on the daily. Looks heavy. All right, buyers are just grinding at this point and actually look pretty decent. So do we retrace it back into 620? Opening range low, 624. Value area low area. Value area low area. Pretty good movement for a pretty boring pre-market. So that's solid, honestly. I'm pretty happy so far with what we're seeing. I feel like value area low is not terrible. 630. 630 to 624 looks half decent. But again, we got a lot of buyers in here. I'm not stepping in front of it right now. I am green lighted to trade though. I didn't want to step in front of it, but the short would have absolutely, I mean, it's 20 points instant. Not terrible. That's a fat block though, whatever this is. 215 sitting up here. I'm not messing with this yet. But it is that was a nice reaction off of the area that I was talking about. I think I said 24 to 30. And we rejected 28.5. Not bad. It's nice to see. All right. Slaps off 50, kind of interesting, especially with Delta kind of holding down. Maybe 56 actually volume. 55, 55, 50, 54, 55, 56 area. Kind of interesting. Especially if we're going to doji out, which we're kind of trying to. An open like this normally gets run back. Like the sweepy open. The sweep to the downside typically gets swept back up, but we'll see. Still not opposed to a 55 potential short. Potential. Something like that. Doesn't look terrible to me. And that would be, yeah, basically giving it like 10-ish points. If we swept new highs, probably is not great. What do we slap off of? 50 flat, 51. Delta's heavy. I might just not get the fill there. I mean, that was like a nice hammer. I thought for sure I was going to get filled out. I'm not going to take these off. I thought for sure we were going to get the push into 55. Looks like we just slapped 51 over and over again. And I think that when we come back into 51, when we snap it, it might be kind of aggressive. I can always get in. And I don't know if I want it resting there, to be honest, for the break of 51. I don't know if I want the break of 51 to be where I get filled. Because it sounds like it could be kind of aggressive. Let's see, I would have just gotten filled, probably. Yeah, I would have just gotten filled. I think I had it right around here. So let's see what happens. We got a little bit of buyers kind of coming through. Another VWAP test. Yeah, so the entry was not terrible. I would have taken what, a couple points of drawdown, 3 points of drawdown for up 10 right now. That's not terrible. It's just a little sketchy whenever like you start like getting smacked at the exact same spot over and over again. It's a little sketchy. So I didn't want to participate in sketchy. I want to participate in very confident right now, to be honest. So I'm fine with that, but it is nice to see it work out. Would I like to be up 15 points right now? Hell yeah. But I'm also very okay with not getting filled out there. I see this morning I was on a stream, talked about how stacking funded accounts taking 5 to 10 points at a time is stupid. I feel like that was an indirect shot at you. Maybe. I've been in a lot of people's mouths recently. Hate me because they ain't me, right? That's fine. I think it's just it comes from a place of whether it was an indirect shot at me or not. I do feel that I can actually comment on it because it is what I do. And it's typically people that have not done it are the ones that say that type of thing, to be honest. And I feel I feel great about showing my experience with it and helping individuals hopefully have the exact same experience, because it's been fantastic for me and I love making money. And I assume that most people in here like making money. And so I'm never going to say something to hinder that from happening. That's my goal. My goal is to never say something or suggest something that would hinder that from happening, which in this case, suggesting that having multiple accounts and going for base hits, that's a massive hindrance to making a lot of money. So anyways, all that to say, most people just haven't done it. That's why they talk crap. In which case, let me know and I can maybe help you out. And a lot of people now sound kind of crazy. That is a pause. That's on me. My name is in a lot of people's mouths right now. I think it's hilarious though. Me and my wife were talking about it yesterday. It's honestly hilarious because it's a why. My brain is not physically capable of understanding why people wouldn't do this. It's a wild thought to me. To be fair, there was a time that you didn't like it. Absolutely. I admit it. I didn't understand it fully either, to be perfectly honest. I think if I had seen someone doing what I'm doing right now, if I had seen that back in the day, I like to think that I would have changed my tone pretty quickly. But once I actually did the math and realized what I could do and what I know that I'm capable of doing, my tone massively changed, obviously. Hello, push. All right, come back down, retest, probably rotate 720, come back down into IB 780s. That would be something that I'm interested in taking. That would be something like this, which I'm not opposed to. The other thing is like maybe we slide initial balance and we come back out into VWAP and overnight lows and yesterday's close. That level is pretty interesting as well. The problem is it's 20 points lower. Eesh, don't love that. But the test of initial balance is worth it to me to take, assuming we get there. I kind of doubt we get there. Kind of think we push harder first, but we'll see. Candle dojis, I might have to just mark it in, but it looks like I'm gonna get filled out. I shouldn't have said that. That's like the ultimate jinx. Why did I say that? Why? Every time I say that, I never actually get filled. I get filled here. Thank you. Here's the initial balance test. All right, nice. Significantly better trade than the ones yesterday. Feeling very good right now, honestly. It's like one of those ones that you just kind of need to get the mental going right in the back spot. You know what I mean? All right, I did take it ended up testing initial balance perfectly. I front ran it just slightly off the wick. Right when I got filled, it did tap it. 77. I got in at what, 80. So I took 2.5 points of drawdown for that 10-point trade. It looks like we continue to rip, but I needed a base hit. I love the rotation into 700. I love the rotation into 720, to be honest, off of initial balance. That's what I'm looking for. The 80 to 20 rotation looks great. But for me, I'm not looking for that whole rotation. I'm not even looking for the 700 rotation. I'm looking for the 10-point rotation so I can get a base hit, get a win, not let it go back down on me after being in the money, and lock up a little W after a day where I was emotionally drained. Literally, I had to go to sleep at like 8:30 last night because I was so freaking exhausted from trading all day. So that's why I take the trade like that. and I'm very happy with it. It's like a clean, just shy of $4,000, $200 across all the accounts. All right, on to the next. See what else happens.